So it is an honor for me annually to be able to present the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents Certificate of Academic Excellence to two Needham High School students, two seniors. And so this evening, I would like to congratulate and welcome Rachel Talcoff and Evan Tsingos, who are the recipients. I'm going to ask that they come to the table. Let that be the first of a couple rounds of applause. Let me, if I may, share what we'll do here, first of all. I would like to completely embarrass these two young people and tell you a little bit about them. It will be no surprise to their families or to them. And after I've done that, they may have something that they wish to share about their experience in the Needham Public Schools, and see if the school committee has questions. And then we will come over here, generally where the flag is, and take a couple pictures that we can get out there in the community, if that's okay. Does that make sense? So with thanks to our families for being here, and a reminder that while this is a Needham High School, these are Needham High School seniors, the reality is these are two students who have benefited from a K through 12 education, because I don't think either one of you went to preschool here. Is that correct? You went to the Newman preschool. They both went to Elliott and kind of grew up in Elliott and then on to High Rock and Pollard. So one pre-K through 12, the other K through 12, products of the Needham Public Schools, and their success is really attributed to the young people behind them. Their parents, who may feel a little older than young, but you know, that's how it is. And also to all their teachers, pre-K through 12. So if I may, let me tell you a little bit about Evan and a little bit about Rachel. First of all, let me begin with Rachel. And I was fortunate enough to be able to speak with the counselors and have a sense of both of these young people. So Rachel Talcoff is the best kind of student. She is curious and eager to learn, takes full advantage of curriculum and enrichment experiences, seeks out opportunities for growth, and positively contributes to the school, to the local and global communities, which I'll highlight in a moment. Rachel's achievement are a direct result of her stellar work ethic, active engagement in the classroom, and passion for learning. And both Rachel and Evan are taking some of the most rigorous courses available at Needham High School. Last spring, Rachel attended the School for Ethics and Global Leadership in Johannesburg, South Africa for the spring semester, where she found the experience and was engaged in the planning process eventually to transition back to Needham High School. Now, one of Rachel's passions is writing, and actually I believe one of perhaps her intended major interest when she goes off to college is creative writing and journalism. In addition to excelling in our most challenging English curriculum courses, Rachel is actively engaged in writing for a variety of publications. She's the editor-in-chief of the Hilltopper student newspaper. She was a correspondent during COVID with the Hometown Weekly, and she was also an intrepid reporter for This Week in Africa while she was in South Africa studying. Additionally, her leadership at Needham High School includes being a leader in Girl Up, the UN foundations, where she's helped to lobby the legislature to urge a ban of child marriages. She's also been involved and helped lead the White Ribbon Campaign at Needham High School, which is speaking out against gender violence, and a variety of other leadership opportunities that Rachel has had. So congratulations, Rachel, on receiving this award.
Thank you so much.
Let me tell you a little bit about Evan. Evan he's a familiar person at that table as a student council representative. His counselor tells me that he is an impressive young man. From the time that he has entered high school, Evan has participated and excelled in a variety of advanced coursework, similar to his colleague Rachel. The key ingredients, his counselor said, to Evan's success are his stellar work ethic and his intellectual curiosity. In fact, he engages in online courses in STEM areas and attended Harvard Summer School and competes for our Quiz Bowl and math teams. He genuinely enjoys learning and has a growth mindset. While he is likely headed for a major in the STEM area, Evan highlights the improvement in his writing as one of his proud accomplishments. Evan was also involved in creating a National History Day documentary about the invention of newspapers and their use for propaganda during the English Civil War, which earned him a first place in Massachusetts, and he was named a national finalist. Evan's eyes light up when he talks about Maze Maker. It's an activity that involves a Maze Maker summer camp. It's a 4-week summer camp for youngsters, and Evan has been involved in this STEAM-focused program that allows campers to fully explore areas of interest such as robotics, digital music, and 3D art. He now naturally is in the role of counselor, and he's also helped to design some of the curriculum in that camp. Evan is also an oboist in the New England Conservatory Prep School and also in the Symphonic Band. And he's also been, as we know, a dedicated member of the Student Council since he's entered Needham High School. One of the other things this counselor said, and I think this is true for Rachel as well in my conversation, is that both of them are some of the most humble and down-to-earth students that we've had the pleasure of working with. And I think with great honor, I want to congratulate Evan for his accomplishment in this award. Before I turn it over to them, I want to again remind all of us that they are the product of wonderfully supportive parents, great friends, and amazing teachers, pre-K through 12, in the Needham Public Schools. And that's just something we should all be proud of. I also want to point out that they are representative, and I told them this last week, of Needham High School students. The Needham High School administration has to select, because I push them to select, and Mr. Seacott sometimes says to me, only 2, but it's 2. And you know, some may say that's not right or not fair, but it is what it is. What we all know is that both Evan and Rachel represent so many of their classmates in so many different areas that it's just really an honor to have them here this evening. So, Mr. Chair, perhaps Evan and Rachel have something they want to offer, and any questions the school committee may have.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So first, I just want to reiterate that really, Evan and I are here just to represent the greater good of our class. There's so many people who I can thank that are my classmates, my peers, my friends, who have pushed me to be, a better student and a better community member. I think beyond the classroom, and Needham, we're so fortunate to be such a well-resourced school and have so many incredible opportunities, but I think a lot of the learning really does happen beyond the classroom, and I want to thank the advisors to a whole bunch of clubs. Girl Up, Mrs. Clayton is amazing, and really taught me about my civic responsibility just as a student, and as I go into this next stage of my life. I think even starting in kindergarten and first grade, I had a teacher named Mrs. Bagley who was incredible, and she loved birds, and I remember that because I still love birds to this day because of her. My 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Hessian, was amazing, and my 9th grade English teacher, she doesn't know this, but she really, really made me love English. And prior to 9th grade, I was like, oh, I love math, I love science, but Mrs. Cannon was just incredible, and obviously that year was a little interrupted by COVID, but nonetheless, she has an energy that is unmatched, and really, really made me love speaking my truth and writing my truth, and so there's just so many incredible people that I want to thank, including my parents and my 3 older siblings. I think that Needham has given me the foundation to be a better student and be a better person in this world. Like was mentioned earlier, I lived in South Africa last spring, and I think none of that would have been possible without the Needham public school system, and the support that I got from Mrs. Mastropolo, my guidance counselor, and the foundations that I've created in all of my classes to become more of a global student and a global citizen. And so, really thank you to all my teachers, the administration, and my family, and everybody here, because I could not have done it without anybody else.
Thank you.
And I'm obviously no stranger to the school committee, and as Rachel has spoken a lot of on similar notes, so I'm going to say I'm going to keep mine relatively short. Thank you so much to Superintendent Gutekanst, Mr. Seacott, my parents and family back there, all my teachers and faculty who have given me incredible support throughout my K through 12 journey and has sort of recognized and promoted my achievements and advancements. I certainly couldn't have done that without them, as trite as that may sound. The support I've gotten from the Needham Public Schools and the resources it provides is incredible, and I can say with certainty that I do not think all of my advancements and achievements would have been possible without the constant backing. And as Rachel said, I'm proud to be here not only to have my achievements recognized and all the untold hours of work that lurks behind the scenes, but also to exemplify the great achievements that our student body as a whole has. While Rachel and I certainly would agree are good picks, there are many other students there who also have equally impressive resumes and achievements, and I'm glad to be able to represent them. And I'd like to extend my gratitude once more to the superintendent and everybody else here who has recognized this and made this possible tonight. Thank you.
So, can you step over here and we'll present the certificate, and mom and dad and family, if you want to take pictures, and I'm going to have Mary Lamy take pictures.